Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Candela. I'm a hypnotherapist and a transformation coach. Welcome to my channel. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. Enjoy. I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see, or the very first impressions that you have as you reach the surface.
Dusty.
And can you tell me what you see or notice around you?
Dirt. The air is dry. Huts.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is look down at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
Nothing, but I have something around my ankles.
Become more aware of what that is and describe it to me.
Beads, like shells, like a rope. It's kind of itchy.
Now become aware of your body and tell me what you're wearing on your body.
No shirt, just something around my waist. Breast just all out. Well, I guess I'm a lady. My hair is tied up, I guess. Not in braids, just in some intricate style.
Is it held up or is it down?
No, it's up. Beads in it. I don't know, leaves or something.
Do you have a lot of hair?
Way more than now, that's for sure. It's longer.
So you said you have something around your waist?
It's like some kind of skirt with some itchy grass on it. I don't got no drawers on either. Feeling free, I guess.
Are you young or old?
19, 20, 21.
Okay. Are you healthy?
Yep.
Good. And so become aware of what else you see around you.
Little kids playing. Some old people cooking. And then there's just people doing stuff like, I don't know, walking around, talking.
And so on the count of 3, you're going to see yourself standing in front of a place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. Describe to me what you see.
It's a hut. It has some kind of door made of wood. It smells like food in there.
What is the hut made out of?
The top, whatever's around my waist, straw grass. The door is different. It's made of some kind of hardwood. The rest of it, I don't know. It doesn't have the same wood or material as the door. The door has some kind of gold looking chain around it at the top.
And what is the function of the chain?
It means something.
And you'll become aware of what that means now.
We're part of somebody special or something special. Like we're somebody or something. The family.
So is this chain just on your door or is it on every house?
No. Some doors. Some people, they don't even have doors.
As you become more and more aware of the meaning of that, it will become clearer to you what makes you special or what makes this household special.
My dad is maybe chief or leader or something important. There's a few other doors, not here, like down. Maybe he's one of the leaders. have on a lot of jewelry, bracelets, and necklaces, and earrings, a lot of gold and red jewels.
Is that how all women adorn themselves? Or just some of them? Or just you?
I don't know. I saw some children too. Not all of them had jewelry and shells. Some were just plain.
Okay. So go ahead and enter this hut. Tell me what's inside.
Dark. Some kind of animal skins on the floor for a rug, I guess. And you wipe your feet when you get in there.
Mm-hmm.
A big black kettle over a fire. There's something in there. A table. My mom, she's there. She doesn't have on as much jewelry as I do. Maybe because she's cooking.
Is she dressed about the same as you?
She has the shells on her ankles. She has hair that's done up with stuff in it. She doesn't have as much jewelry. She has on her little skirt. Hers comes up under her breasts, not below like mine, at the waist. But she still doesn't have a bra on. Probably need one though. Sagging. There's another boy there. He looks younger. Maybe 12. He annoys me.
Why does he annoy you?
So mischievous. So he's causing trouble.
Is he related to you?
I'm pretty sure he's my brother.
Mm-hmm. So you don't get along?
No, we do. It's just, he's annoying. So he's causing trouble. I have to get him out of trouble. He's wearing a skirt. It's short though. He has shells on his legs. He has marks on his face.
What kind of marks?
I don't know if they were made with a knife or something hot. He's supposed to be a man, but he acts 12.
Can you describe the marks?
They're dots and stripes. 3 dots on each cheek with 2 slashes under it.
So it's just on his cheeks?
Yeah, my dad has them all over his face. He's not there.
Become aware of what these markings mean and when they are given to a person.
You get some as you grow. This boy got them while he was supposed to be a man at 11. He's not going to get any more anytime soon. My dad's been getting marks since he was like maybe 10. It's when you do things in the community. My mom has marks too.
Are they the same?
Not on the face.
Where are they?
Arms.
Are they also dots and lines?
Yep. But maybe they go all around, like arm bracelets. Arm, not wrist.
Right, so on the top of the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does she have a lot of them?
You can't have a lot if you're a lady. It's ugly. I have some. Not as many as her. She's older. But I don't want any more.
So is it your choice as to how many you want to have? Or is it the community decides?
It's always the community deciding something.
And so just become aware of the last time you got the markings. And tell me how you received them?
This guy, my brother, I got him out of some trouble. I helped him do something. I don't know what exactly it was. Helped him and his friends get out of trouble with the leaders. So then I was recognized. Recognition is pain, that's for sure.
So you were given the markings as a recognition for your
Some
deed?
kind of good deed. But after you get married, you don't get to have the marks anymore because it's just expected.
What is expected?
That you'll just do good things.
Okay. So the marks are the reward for the good deeds before you get married?
Yeah, but I don't think I agree with that. It hurts.
How do they put them on your body?
Some kind of hot tool. And they heat it up and do it. Skin bubbles. Hurts.
So they burn it?
Mm-hmm.
Could you have chosen not to have them?
No.
And so the men continue to receive those marks even after they get married?
Yes. It's not like ugly or anything. It's obviously a design. But that's your face. My dad's face is just full of them. Just dots and stripes. And I mean, it's beautiful when it heals, but jeez.
And have you ever talked to your father and mother about them?
No, there's nothing to say.
So how do the women in your community feel about those marks? Do they find them attractive?
Well, it means if the man has them, he's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And then, same for women. But like I said, after the women are married, it stops. I'm not sure I want to marry though right now. But I want these things to stop. I'm going to have to just be a bad person. I'm over it.
Okay. On the count of 3, I want you to see yourself having a meal. Just a regular meal, perhaps with your family. 1, 2, and 3. Describe to me what's happening.
We all sitting there. My brother, my mother, my dad, and some person my dad found outside of the community village, whatever.
What do you mean he found?
This person's not one of us. I'm not even sure he can speak our language.
Does he look like you?
He's skinny and tall. We're all kind of thick and muscular and shapely. We're all the same color, but this person is from somewhere else.
And does he speak your language?
I don't know. I don't want to talk to him. I don't like his vibe.
What are you sensing from him?
It's not good. He's not a good person. My dad doesn't care though. My dad says you have to do what's right, even if it's dangerous. Silly man.
Do you feel that this man is dangerous?
He's here for something, but what, I don't know. We're eating some kind of stew, eating it with our hands, with some carbohydrate. I don't know what it is. Tastes alright. Dry. The stew is good. Mother, she can cook. This guy, I don't know about him.
So, do you communicate in any way while he's there with him?
I looked in his eyes. I didn't say anything. I tell my dad later though. The guy should leave.
And what does your dad say?
He gave him a hut.
So he's planning to stay for a while?
This is a mess. He has a hut, one with no door, and I have to go and help this guy.
Help with what?
I don't know. He's getting into some trouble.
Tell me what's happening.
It's like always fighting somebody. He can't even speak the language. He's always fighting. He has to go.
So he's been staying there for a while now?
Like some months. I'm calling like a meeting of the ladies. The my age ladies. Not the old ones. The ladies who have doors.
Is that a higher status?
I'm gonna assume so. The other people don't make decisions.
But you have some decision power?
Yes, with the other ladies.
Okay. And what do you say to them?
That this guy has to get out of here. He's gonna kill us all.
And what's their reaction or response?
They don't care. Not that they don't care, but they don't think that what I'm telling them is true. And I said I looked into his eyes. There's nothing good there. Anyway, these foolish ladies, they didn't listen. I go and tell my dad, and he says you just always have to do good no matter what. That's a poor leadership. I go to, maybe this guy is the chief, and tell him the situation. And here he go, saying I should be his new wife, and maybe he'll listen.
Oh, how do you feel about that?
I feel angry.
How old is he?
My God, he's an old man. He doesn't even need another wife. Probably can't even take care of the ones he has, you know what I mean. Too old.
Does he already have more than one?
He has too many wives. I don't even know how somebody can have so many. They're not even concubines. They're his wives. I guess maybe because they were tired of getting burnt too. He's a predator. I don't like it.
So he doesn't do anything?
No, because I wouldn't be his new wife. I went back into my house. I told my little brother. He burnt down the man's hut.
Oh. Did he tell you that he would do that?
No.
Is that what you wanted him to do?
Maybe if the man was in there. Now he's in trouble.
Your brother?
Yep.
And what happens to him?
Nothing, because I have to come in to save him again.
How do you do that?
I have to beg. I hate it.
Who do you beg?
The men in the homes with the door. You have to literally get on your knees and beg.
And what do you say to them?
I don't. So angry. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying. Forgive him. He's still growing. I'll teach him the ways. And the man is there, smiling with those eyes. I'm gonna kill him.
Now, stop for just a moment and tell me if you usually look into things or look into people's eyes and sort of understand things that way.
I knew my brother was gonna do something. I didn't know he was gonna burn down a whole hut. It takes a lot of work to build those. My mom, she's not a happy lady. She's quiet. She doesn't say much. She just does what she has to do, and that's it.
Is it normal for the men to have more than one wife? Or is it just reserved for the chief?
It's just that guy.
Tell me why you think you seem to be the only one who senses that there's something wrong with this man and everybody else is okay with him.
Because they're so used to being nice and friendly. I'm not like them.
Are you usually suspicious of strangers?
No, we have strangers. This guy is different. It's his eyes. Something is wrong with him.
So go ahead and move a little bit further in time until the next important thing happens in that situation.
His people have raped all of the ladies, even the old ones. I told them.
What happened? Let's back up a little bit. More of his tribe came.
He gave them all of the insider information.
How many of them came?
Lots of men. They just never seen people like them before. They killed all the men. They're raping all the ladies every day. They didn't listen.
Are they in your village, or did they take you away?
No, they're here. We're living with the dead bodies of the men in the houses while they rape us every day because they didn't listen. They always want to be nice.
Tell me about you. What is happening with you?
They knew the ladies with the hair and the jewelry were special, so we've been separated.
And what are they doing with you?
Looking at us, admiring us with those eyes.
But they haven't harmed you physically?
No.
Are they taking care of you, feeding you?
This food they make, it's not even good. It's nasty. No wonder they're skinny and small. My brother has joined them.
What do you mean?
He's raping ladies.
I thought they killed all the men.
He's not a man. My dad is dead. The chief. Everybody with faces full of marks.
And so allow yourself to move forward in time and let me know what happens.
My brother killed them all.
How did that happen?
He was pretending.
To be one of them?
Mm-hmm.
And how did he kill them?
He sliced their heads off, one by one, with a machete.
How did he manage to do that one against all of them?
He's always been mischievous. Those people didn't know how to use knives. They used spears, little primitive things. How do you throw a spear? He sliced all their heads off. The community has been rebuilt, but the blood that was shed is still in the dusty ground.
So how long ago was that?
It's been about 20 years.
Did you find more men?
Well, the boys grew up.
So they left all the children?
Yes.
How old are you now?
40 something.
And what is your position in the village?
I lead all of these people.
Do you have a husband?
Nope.
Are you okay with that?
Yep.
So tell me about your life now and the life of the community. How has it changed?
There's no more markings. Everyone has a door. Everyone has jewelry. There's no difference in people. But there's no outsiders. They can't come.
How do you keep them away?
Kill them. I do. Usually it's me.
Do you look in their eyes first?
Yep.
Has there ever been anybody whom you considered good?
Don't care.
Do you feel there's potential danger from everybody?
Yep. Nobody can come. If you leave, you can't come back.
So you said the blood of those that died is still in the ground where you live.
Forever.
And do you feel this is a good place for you to continue building your community?
Yes.
As you live there, does it feel safe?
It is safe. The ancestors are watching over us. And me.
Why is it that if somebody leaves, you wouldn't let them come back?
Because how do we know you haven't been fraternizing? So stay where you were.
And how's your community doing now?
Great. Everyone reads, but there's not a lot to read. Not a lot of people have written, but they can read the characters of the alphabets. So as more people write, more people will read.
What do you write on?
It's something that somebody makes, and you use some paste made with the dirt and water and some substance. We've all created our own thing. There was nothing before. You just talked, told the stories. But I'm making everyone write them down.
So you created your own alphabet?
I'm gonna say we did. There was nothing. Just people talking.
Wow. And so now you're able to write down your stories?
We're trying. We want to write down what happened so it doesn't happen again.
And what do you call your tribe or your village? Do you have a name for yourselves?
I can't think of it.
Okay. How big is your village?
It's grown. Maybe 500 to 700. It's a lot of babies and small little bad children. I'm so glad I didn't have kids.
Go ahead and on the count of 3, move to the last day in that life. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what's happening.
Everyone is around me. I'm old. I'm just tired.
Are you ill?
I'm fat. I've been eating a lot. But it's been a long life. They said I deserve to eat a lot. So they've been feeding me. I have some fever. I'm hot. I'm not in pain. They know there's something wrong. I've been eating herbs. And the fever's not coming down.
About how old are you now?
80, 90. Old.
Where are you now, inside or outside?
Inside of some hut. Maybe it's mine. But I'm sad that the family legacy is gone. I didn't have children.
Are you still the leader of this community?
I trained my brother's wife. They have children. But I'm dead. Dead forever.
Tell me about your relationship with your brother.
Still aggravating and annoying. But he's just aggravating and annoying his wife now. They old too though. So pretty soon she's gonna... I feel like I'm leaving my body anyway.
Okay. So allow your spirit to flow gently out of your body. As you float above, what are some thoughts and feelings that first come to you?
Why didn't they listen?
You're still upset and regret that it would have been different if they listened to you.
Yes. So many people just raped every day for years.
So how old was your brother when he killed them?
Oh man. Maybe 22, 23. He had to get strength. A very long time. So many rape babies were born. I wanted to kill them, but they were innocent. Lots of mixed people.
Were they accepted within the community?
What choice do we have? Just babies. They look different though. They're built different. So everyone knew.
Did they grow up to be full members of the community?
Unfortunately, they can never run the community.
I see. So as you begin to let go of that life experience, Just allow yourself to be drawn into healing energy, where you begin to go through profound, deep healing that begins to release from your soul memory the feelings and emotions you felt on a human level about everything that you have experienced. All of those things have been very reasonable and understandable during the time that you experienced them, but now they are spilling over and holding you back. As everything begins to fall into its place, you begin to see things from a soul perspective and vent out feelings of regret, anger, pain, sorrow about not being heard, not being listened to, about the pain that was caused to so many people. And also the need to control and stay isolated for the sake of safety. The mistrust, the belief that you are the only one that you can trust, and that people in general may be dangerous and you always need to keep them at arm's length. And as you begin to release those as a stream that pours out of you, all of these accumulated, deep-seated soul experiences and beliefs that have just settled in your being, there instead comes in a pure, beautiful energy of the healing light. The healing, transmuting, and purifying light replaces every particle that's released and helps you to feel lighter, more whole, returning to your soul, reconnecting, remembering, finding balance again. Now I'd like you to allow all of those images to begin to float away and fade away. Feel yourself being drawn in a different direction, drawn down to the surface, find yourself into dim, appropriate time being there that you can examine. And I'd like you to tell me the first thing that you see when you find yourself on the surface.
I'm a baby.
And what are you noticing around you?
I have blue eyes.
So you're looking at yourself from the outside?
Yeah, I'm looking at my mom playing with me. I'm kind of fat, like a fat baby. She likes feeding me.
How old are you now, approximately?
Maybe 5 months.
Okay. So describe your mom to me.
Blonde hair, blue eyes. Kind of funny looking. She's pretty.
What's funny about her?
I don't know. She just looks funny to me. She only has one eye. It's in the middle. Her nose is above her eye. I hope it's a mask. What kind of face is that? Her lips are where they're supposed to be. I look the same. I have a blue eye. And then her face is like 2D. That's hard to describe. She looks funny to me.
Like two-dimensional?
Yeah. And the ears are like pointy, like an elf, but she's tall, like abnormally tall.
About how many feet?
Maybe 7.
Can you tell me how she's dressed, if she's dressed?
She has on silver and earrings, long white gown. She smells like stink. Or maybe that's me. I don't know. Something stinks. I'm gonna assume it's her.
You don't like the smell?
No, I think that's how we smell.
Is there anything else that looks funny about her?
There's no breasts. I mean, I know she's a lady, but I don't know what makes her one. Maybe it's the hair.
How does she feed you?
There's some tube on her finger.
And what does she do with it?
She just puts it in my mouth and some thick liquid comes out.
Do you like the liquid?
Doesn't taste like food. Tastes like nothing.
And tell me what you see around.
I'm in a steel crib cage. I don't know. I don't have a dad. I have a grandmother.
Are there any males?
I'm a male. I don't know where the adult males are. All the babies are males. I'm not the only baby in here.
Is this the place where they nurture babies?
This lady's not my mom. I don't have one of those either. I don't think I look like her. I think I have 2 eyes and a nose in the right place. I'm a normal baby. I'm a human.
And who's she?
Something. She took me or made me. I don't know. I remember breast milk.
So you were born to human parents?
Yes. That's why I know this stuff isn't food. And that's why I know she doesn't have breasts.
So let's freeze time for a moment. On the count of 3, you will travel back to the time when you were with your own biological parents. And you will see what happened that transported you to this place. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you see.
We're in a hospital. My mom is sick. This is weeks after I was born.
What's wrong with her?
Some kind of blood clot or something in her leg. It went somewhere it wasn't supposed to.
Describe the hospital room to me.
The nurse has on this weird outfit. It's like a skirt dress. It's not modern.
So describe to me what you see.
I don't see a lot of tubes or machines. I can't see much. My dad is holding me like a baby because I'm a baby.
For a moment, your soul will lift out of your body and you'll have a full view of the space and what's happening around you.
The doctor, he's smoking a cigarette in the hospital? Ugh, no wonder people die in here. She's dying. She's just gonna die. I see her waving at me. She's gone, like, she's just waving at me. She's floating away. Yeah, it's just me and my dad. He doesn't know what to do.
What happens next?
We leave. Dad put me down to sleep in my separate room. And then I woke up in a cage, crib.
So let's go back to the time that you're put into your crib. You will have the awareness of what transpired. So describe to me what happens.
Some things that look like her were in my room when my dad came to drop me off to sleep.
Were they visible to your dad?
No.
How many of them were there?
One behind the door, one in front of my crib, and one at the window.
How tall are they?
8 or 9 feet. They were men.
Why were they there?
They could sense I was going to sleep alone with no mother.
And what happens then?
The one in front of my crib lifts me up, I guess. I'm not sure what happens. And then I just flew into his suit. And then we flew out of the house.
To those men that came to get you, can you describe what they look like?
They're gray. Cold. Like black eyes, I don't know. They're not the same as the ladies.
What color were the ladies?
They were like white ladies with blonde hair and a blue eye.
And when you're saying these have black eyes, are they completely black, like there's no white in the eye?
No, just a black eye. face is the same, like 2D. I don't know how to describe what this looks like. With the lips in the right place, with the nose and the eye somewhere else.
And it's only one eye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's return back to the metal.
Oh, she's feeding me again. I'm full.
Are you able to communicate with her? Is she able to sense your needs?
No.
Okay. Now become aware of what else is in this room.
It's like a baby warehouse. Just babies. But they all have blue eyes and they're all boys.
So on the count of 3, you're going to move forward in time to the next significant event in that experience. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what's happening.
I'm a big fat human living somewhere. It's like a reproduction factory.
So tell me what you see around you.
Those lady things, younger, they're taking my semen away. That's all they do every day, all day. And feed you.
They take your semen away?
Yes.
And,
They want to look human.
and what do they do with the semen?
Inseminate themselves.
Are they able to give birth?
The babies just kind of like through the stomach. They just walk out of there when it's time. They don't look human. They look terrible. I have like 100 kids. This is ridiculous.
And they all look the same?
No, these are the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. They all look different.
The children all look different?
Yes. Of course, some have different color hair. Some have eyes that aren't blue. Some have one eye, 2 and 3. Noses in weird places. Strange ears. The only thing that's consistent is mouths.
Now when they take your semen, are you aware of them doing any kind of modifications to the DNA?
No. They say they want to do it naturally over time.
So what's their plan?
Come to Earth, pretend to be a human.
Okay, and why do they want to do that?
To understand power. They want to see what it's like to have it. There's this little animals. They're like furry things. They're cute, but if you get out of line, they'll eat you.
Oh. So can you describe them to me a little better?
They look like mops. They just roll around like balls. Mm-hmm. Like mop balls. And they make little noises. That's cute. Like how puppies yip yap. But then there are things that communicate. They don't talk. They talk in their heads. Mm-hmm. So if they communicate something to it, it'll eat you. If it's not a ball, it's just a big mouth, and it eats you.
Oh, sort of like chomps you down?
Nope, just one gulp.
And one gulp, it can take the whole person in?
Yep, when it unravels, it's literally a mouth. It is a mouth.
Okay. And what would it take for someone to be out of line for them to eat you?
Not eat that food. Not have semen to give. Communicate something to someone else. Have to pee at the wrong time. You have to pee at the times they tell you to pee.
I see. So they're not afraid to lose someone for that infraction?
No.
They have a lot of people that are serving this function?
They stay taking babies.
How old are you now, do you know? In human years?
Oh, God, it's been 25 years of this. Just don't want to be fat anymore. It's uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe.
Do you know why they want you to be fat?
They think fat means you're healthy because they said there are so many fat people on earth. They don't understand.
Okay. So we're going to move on the count of 3 to the last day in that lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
That thing ate me.
What did you do to displease it?
I peed on myself. I'm not sad. Sick of it. I had over 2,000 children. They were all weird. Only the last batch started to look human.
How many years has it been?
I'm like 50. My prostate just kind of stopped working real well. Couldn't hold it.
Can you tell me more about this world that you're in?
You just float in space. Wasn't really like a home. I think you were just hooked up to these things at maybe like 12 or 13. It's a big tube because we're all fat with a hole for a penis, and the tube is plastic with oxygen in there. So all day you're just being milked like a cow every day of your life.
You said that towards the end the children began to look more human. Is their lifespan the same as a human life?
The lady who was feeding me is the same one who was feeding me when I was a baby, and she looks the same.
Are they a biological life form or not?
They're made of flesh. I guess. They're not human, but there's things that work together that keep them alive like humans. Like hearts. They don't feel emotions. They don't care. The dogs feel bad for eating you, though. But they're prisoners, too, apparently.
So, in all that time, have you seen any adult males there?
No, they're the ones who take the babies.
As your soul lifts out of that body and you begin to get greater perspective on all that experience, can you become aware of what happened to your biological father when you disappeared?
He went mad. It's a lot of loss. And one day, he couldn't explain to anyone where I went. They blamed him. He committed suicide.
As you are returning back to your natural state,
Am I going back to that jungle?
you're going back to the jungle?
Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah. And you may find that you are approached by someone who's greeting you and welcoming you back.
There's some person already there. Well, it's not a person. It's a big white ball of light with a white robe on. Overkill. Lots of white. I see it. Like you can turn the lights down.
And you may find that you recognize this being. Who is it?
Look at that. Ain't that Jesus? He got on his sandals. How can light wear sandals?
Perhaps that might be easier for you to recognize.
Maybe. Feels like Jesus. Feels like when I was in college and I went to this church and this song came on by Parachute Band. And I started crying. Why? I was just worshiping. That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. He might come over and embrace you or welcome you in some way that feels the most appropriate.
He just sat on top of me with the light.
And what does that feel like?
Seeing the baby for the first time after you have it, after doing all those insulin injections for months. Glad it's over, but happy to see it.
And is he communicating to you in some way?
No, just standing on me.
You can talk to him, and perhaps you can ask him, what was this all about?
He said, so you can chill out.
this life that you just experienced? Is that what was there so you can chill out, or bringing you to that peaceful jungle?
The jungle.
Okay.
He said I'd be doing too much all the time. He said I'm probably going to kill myself with a heart attack if I can't let go.
Is that in the current life as Shanea?
Yes. He said when I go to the specialist for this vaccine-induced issue, it's going to be my heart, not my lungs. That scares me.
Now he's here to help you, right?
Yeah, but knowing that kind of scares me.
Okay, so let's see what we can do about it.
Okay.
Because he said that if you don't let go of things, it can happen. So I'd like you to ask him what it is that you're holding on to that you need to let go of. And tell me what he says.
You cannot control everything that happens around you or to you. Only you can control how you react to it.
Would you ask him if he helped bring forward these two lives that you just experienced?
The first one.
Is that what you're still holding on to?
He said, not everyone is out to get you.
Mm-hmm. And from that life, you carried that sensation that you have to block everybody out, keep everybody away.
He says it's good to have discernment, but listen to it. When they say someone is good, they probably are.
And how do you feel about what he's saying to you? Are you willing to let that in?
It's going to be difficult.
Shanea has difficulty with intimacy and with letting people close to her. And it seems like it's all coming from that life, and even from the other life in the weird milking place.
Oh my God. What kind of life is that? It's
Yes.
just terrible.
It's terrible. And so there may be a need to just regain control and to keep everybody away, because there may be a sense that others are out to hurt you. And so I wonder if we can ask Jesus now to help you release those memories, those experiences. As educational as they were to your soul, they can begin now to take their proper place in your soul memory and recede into the background. What does he say about that?
He's tried.
And you blocked him?
I won't listen.
Okay. And of course that is your choice always. You are in control.
He said I'm going to kill myself with heart problems.
So how about we try it again? Are you willing to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to touch the very center of your chest, your heart center. And I'd like to ask Jesus also to put his hand on the very center of your chest. And as we connect right here, there's a powerful opening, a vortex of energy that begins with your permission to vent and release all of the pain, sorrow, limiting beliefs that instead of keeping you safe have been keeping you a prisoner of your own perceptions. And if you're willing to begin to let them go, just feel that energy venting out that you believed would keep you safe from potential dangers, but in fact is now potentially taking you towards more pain and suffering. So tell me what you're experiencing.
Black clouds flying away.
Good. And what is Jesus doing?
Looking into my eyes.
And how does it feel?
Weird.
In what way?
I feel seen. I think the better word is exposed.
So do you not feel safe?
No, I feel safe. Nobody should know that much about one person.
As much as you've been trying to hide yourself away and to separate yourself, at that level there's probably nothing to hide.
He's shooting arrows of light at me.
And what are they doing?
Getting in the places where the dark smoke came from.
And do they help disperse that dark cloud or smoke?
They're gone. He filled the holes up.
Beautiful. So is the darkness gone?
It's hovering there looking down at us.
And so how are we going to release it and let it go? Because you don't need to hold on to it, do you?
I don't think so.
So it's okay for you to just let it go now.
Oh, it flew away.
Good job. And does it feel lighter in your body?
Yeah.
So let's ask him again the prognosis for your heart now.
He said it was good. I waited a week before making the appointment.
So when you go check it now, your heart will be okay?
It will be improved. It's going to take time.
Okay. I usually connect with your higher self and ask questions, but I would love to speak to Jesus. Would it be okay if we ask him questions about you?
He said his work is done.
Is it time for him to leave then?
No, but he said this isn't why he's here. He's sitting on my head again.
Okay. So let's leave him there. He's giving you some sort of infusion of light, and that's always a good thing. So I'm going to ask then to connect with Shanea's higher self. Do I have permission to ask you questions?
Yes.
Good, thank you. First, I want to go back to the lives that were presented. Tell us why you brought forward the life of the woman in the tribe and then the life of a man used for procreation.
Isn't it clear? The first one, she was a princess, very special person, destined for great things. That village was supposed to become a country because of her inability to let go. It's nothing more than a blink of history now.
Is that because she kept isolated?
Yes.
So is that tribe gone now?
There's remnants of the people.
In which country would they now be found?
Now it was called Ghana.
And so she was supposed to be more open to people?
Yes.
What was the purpose of that life? What did she want to experience?
Power, death, loss, fear, control. Poor thing.
How about the second experience?
No power, no control, all fear, anger. But that life, she and the dog things connected. She saw them as the victims they were, although they were vicious and malicious.
And so how does that life fit into the pattern that helps her understand her current life issues?
Balance, seeing things for what they are, not for what you think they are.
Now I'd like to ask some things about her family. Why she chose to have the parents that she has? What were they contributing to her soul experience?
The father was trying to learn how to give up control. He failed. The mother just needed something to love. She tried. And her, she needed to learn how to become strong while remaining soft. It's not working out.
So can you help her now by shifting her perception, by reminding her who she is? Can you reawaken the sense of herself as being safe and approachable and open?
She was, up until about 7.
So can you bring up that feeling, sensation that she had when she was under 7? Just bring it to the foreground and intensify it.
I've done it.
Good. And as it continues to integrate, it will continue to shift her internal state. And little by little, she will begin to feel safer and calmer and more open and more receptive. And through that, as her balance comes back to her, she will feel more in control and having internal power.
It's done.
Can you tell her about the contract or the agreement at a soul level with her husband? What is it that they bring to each other?
The contract is for him. He needs to learn how to love and feel joy. This personality, she's a funny person. She's spontaneous. Charles is not. He hates it. He's not doing well. He's not doing what he came here to do.
What is it that he came here to do?
Experience life.
And so why did she come into this life together with him?
To show him how to be free.
And of course it's always his choice to move forward with it or not.
He's choosing not to.
Okay. Is there anything else she can do to help him?
No.
I'd also like to ask about her 3 children who are all boys. And I'm wondering if there's a significance in them being boys.
The first life, her brother. The baby is her brother.
The youngest?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. And how is that going to affect their relationship?
They're close. She calls the baby mischievous. Her brother was 7 years younger than her. The baby was born 7 days before her birthday. He just wanted to join her again, to cause trouble.
Now, is there any significance to her having all boys? She wants to know.
She doesn't have the patience to raise a girl. It requires patience and refinement. She's not refined either. She's just rough. She likes to cook. Boys like to eat. She pretends to be annoyed when they're always hungry, but she likes it.
Can you tell her more about the older 2 children?
He was here to help with the mischievous one. He has patience that the second one does not have. He's very sweet and patient and kind. She is not. He forces her to find different ways to respond to situations. The second one, not here for her. He tries to be loving. He's here for. He's here to soften him. They've had time together in the past.
Are there any more children that will be coming?
There's 2 that they did not have, but one is unsure.
Is it okay for her to choose not to have any more children? Would that in any way negatively impact the souls?
If they decide to come, they're coming regardless.
Now, what is the best way for her to guide her children? Her worldview used to be that the world is unsafe and she needs to protect and in a way isolate herself from others. And we know now that it's coming from those lives.
Patience, her mother-in-law, is someone she's spent lots of time with. She says, exercise patience. She knows what she says. Her mother-in-law was her mother, who was raped repeatedly for years. She's here to show her what patience is. And they missed each other.
I see. Now, one of her questions is why she's always so defiant of authority of the status quo. And seems apparent from that first life and even from the second experience. Is there anything else you want to add or clarify?
So, first life, it's because they didn't listen, and so much changed because they didn't listen. But you can't change the past. You have to readjust for the future.
Mm-hmm. So can you help her develop a healthier outlook on life, where she doesn't feel like she has to defy all authority, or she sees all authority as negative?
Learn to listen before formulating an opinion. She's very argumentative. She didn't tell you that. She argues a lot. She disagrees with a lot about everything on purpose.
And what purpose, what value does she find in that?
It's fun. She likes it. He doesn't. He hates it.
So is it okay for her to begin to release that and find fun in a different experience?
Yes.
And what would be comparably fun for her?
Spending more outdoor time with the children.
Okay. So can you give her images and feelings and the sense of excitement that she might gain from spending outdoor time with her children, so that when she thinks about having an argument with her husband, it seems almost draining and dull compared to the excitement and fun she can have outside with her children?
I'm glad you asked. She's really stressing him out.
And so you're helping her reshape that?
That's not me. It's just Jesus. He's sitting on her head. She needs to pray.
Okay. And what would that do?
So that she can stay in tune.
In tune with her soul?
Jesus. She seems to prefer him.
Okay. And that will result in what?
Transformation of all areas.
And is she feeling that she can let go now? That the fun is kind of leaking out?
It's gone. She's been shot with light darts.
Wonderful. Good, thank you. I want to ask about her purpose in this life, the life path that she wanted to have.
It's just all about patience and learning to let go. So if that's not done, then she'll weep again at the end.
So in this life, did she come in with the purpose of accomplishing something or developing that patience and releasing that need to control for safety's sake?
More learning and growing than something specific. There's no set task.
So in terms of her career direction, does it matter what field she's in or what she does?
She won't be happy outside of healthcare.
Does it matter specifically what she does?
She's supposed to move around. She's easily bored. It's challenging to keep her challenged.
Let's see. So is she doing well now?
She's bored. She needs to grow up and give some direct reports and go to the next level.
To take on a leadership position?
Yes, she's a leader, as long as she doesn't lead the same way she did before.
Give her some words of wisdom in terms of how she should lead best.
You're in service to those who follow you, not the other way around. It's her job to lift those people up to go higher than what she will go.
Thank you. So I'd like to ask you to do a body scan and bring to my attention anything that's out of balance and that needs attention.
Okay, give me a second. I need to confer with Jesus.
Of course.
Jesus said she should stop eating red meat almost immediately. He said she needs to get out into nature and enjoy what God has made. Once she does that, then things will fall into place.
Can you tell me what's out of balance within her right now?
She has an issue with processing food. Turns everything into sugar for the most part.
Is there a non-physical reason for that?
She's angry about being milked for 50 years.
So I wonder if you can help me now make sure that she releases that anger. So as I touch her forehead right here, just allow that space to open up and anger to begin to vent out. Anger, sorrow, anything that a person can experience who is so completely out of power, out of choices, so lonely, isolated.
She doesn't have to be isolated anymore. That's a choice.
That's right. She has had an issue with weight, and part of it is that creates a barrier between herself and people. As she vents this anger and this desire to be left alone and isolated, can it affect her physical body as well?
If she gets outside, the house is not a fortress. It's just a place to call home. Walking, playing, laughing, doing outside of the house. The house is not the village.
She has a general sense along the same lines that the world is a very unsafe place. Does that come from that first life in the village?
No, being taken with no regard.
So how's the venting happening? Is she allowing to let go of the anger and the pain and the heartbreak?
Yes, Jesus has taken it.
Beautiful. And make sure that it's replaced with a healing light.
He's already shot her with light.
Good. So anything else in the physical body that needs attention?
Her hip, but if she starts walking and playing and doing, that'll stay until she does that.
Okay. Can you help her now to balance it out or strengthen it?
No.
You want to really push her to do it on her own?
Yes. It's an aggravation. It's not an injury. She'll live.
Okay. Very good. Since Jesus is here, one of her questions is actually how to reconcile spirituality with the belief in Jesus and religion. She has reconciled, it sounds like, the first part. Do you want to add anything to that?
Jesus is saying religion is just a means to an end, a way to explain the unexplainable. There's nothing to reconcile. You know me. It doesn't matter if you go into a building or not. I'm me.
Thank you. She wants to know how to tune into her femininity and sexuality in a divine way. And I'm wondering if, again, it goes back to that first life where she saw women being raped over and over.
Yes, she needs to meditate, clear the mind.
In that life, she also imposed on the community when she became a leader.
She's doing it to her kids too.
So she is healing herself and letting go. That healing can spread in all directions and can go back into the past and heal the pain of those women. So as she heals herself in the present moment and it affects the women in that life, can she then become more comfortable with her own femininity and sexuality and not be so influenced by the pain of what she saw in that life?
It's done. Someone in her life will also be affected by this.
In a positive way?
Yes.
Can you tell us who it is?
She'll know.
Okay. Does she know now? Or she will find out later?
She knows.
Okay, good. Thank you. We're about to let you go, so I'd like to give an opportunity to you and to Jesus to speak directly to Shanea right now and give her any final parting message that you want to give.
Jesus is leaving. He says his time is done.
He's leaving without a parting message.
I have a message. Jesus' message was heal. That's why he was shooting her. She needs to just let go and learn to listen before speaking and exercise patience. Let her children live and love. It's hard. She's the only one who can do it.
Thank you. Now I'm asking the higher consciousness of Shanea to recede to where you belong with much love and thanks for the help and information that you have given us today. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the session. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you click on the bell, you will be notified of any of my future postings. Thank you. Bye.